Why women ignore you when they're deeply in love. Have you ever fallen for someone, and just when you thought everything was going well, she started ignoring you? She didn't text back like she used to. She stopped calling. She stopped showing interest. And you started asking yourself, did I do something wrong? Is she playing games? Or did she stop loving me? But here's the truth no one tells you. Sometimes, when a woman falls deeply in love, she pulls away. Not because she's done with you, but because she's terrified of how much she cares. In this episode, we're going to dive deep into the psychology behind that silence. Why women ignore you not out of indifference, but out of emotional overwhelm. Because love, for many women, doesn't always come with peace. Sometimes it comes with fear, with self-protection, with the quiet kind of chaos they're trying to tame. So don't be too quick to walk away, just because she went quiet. Sometimes the silence isn't the end. It's the beginning of something real. When a woman starts falling deeply in love, there's a shift inside her, a quiet kind of panic. It's not because of you. It's because love, real love, makes her feel exposed, vulnerable, like she's handing you the key to everything that could break her. Imagine this. She's been hurt before. Maybe she loved someone who promised the world and disappeared. Maybe she trusted someone who used her heart like a toy. Or maybe no one ever truly chose her. Until now. And now, you show up, and you make her feel something real. And that scares the hell out of her. So what does she do? She pulls back. Not to punish you. Not to manipulate you. But to protect herself. To see. Will you chase her? Will you understand? Or walk away like the rest? Can she be safe with you, even when she's silent? And this is the moment where most men fail. They take her silence as rejection. They respond with coldness, with ego, with distance. But what she needed was reassurance, patience, presence without pressure. Because love, real love, isn't about constantly proving yourself. It's about being a safe place for someone who's not used to feeling safe. So if she's ignoring you, maybe it's not because she's losing interest. Maybe she's silently hoping you won't disappear, like the ones before. So if she's ignoring you, it doesn't always mean she's done with you. Sometimes silence is the loudest cry for understanding. And the real question is, can you hear what she's not saying? Storytelling, English. She doesn't say, I'm scared you'll leave. I've been hurt before. I don't know how to trust this feeling. She just goes quiet. Not because she wants to hurt you, but because she's trying to protect herself from her own hopes. Silence is her defense. It's how she watches if you'll run, if you'll wait, if you'll get angry or stay kind. If you'll notice that behind her coldness, she's burning with love she doesn't know how to handle. So if you're a man listening to this, don't always respond with logic. Respond with presence. Sometimes you don't need to fix her silence. You just need to sit with it. Show her, I'm still here, even when you're quiet. I'm not going anywhere, even when you're unsure. That speaks louder than 1,000 words. Love doesn't always need words. Sometimes it just needs someone who doesn't run at the sound of silence. But now here's a deeper truth. What if the reason she's ignoring you is not just fear, but also the test of your emotional maturity? What if she's watching how you handle discomfort? Because that tells her what kind of man you truly are. So what if her silence isn't a rejection, but a mirror? A mirror reflecting your own maturity, your emotional strength, your ability to stay calm when things don't go your way. Imagine this. She pulls back, disappears for a few days. No texts, no calls. And your mind screams, what did I do wrong? Is she gone? But what if she's not gone? What if she's quietly watching? How you hold your ground when you feel uncertain. Women don't always test with questions. They test with silence, with space, with time. They want to see, Can you handle emotional ambiguity without losing yourself? Because the man who can stay calm when her love feels distant, that's the man she can trust with her heart. So when she ignores you, don't rush to fix it. Don't blow up her phone. Don't beg. Observe. Wait. Stay grounded. She's not looking for a savior. She's looking for a man who doesn't fall apart when things go quiet. Because love isn't about constant words. It's about emotional leadership. And the man who can lead himself. When she's unsure, that's the man who leads her heart too. But here's the twist. Sometimes she ignores you not because she's afraid, but because she's angry. And not just angry at you, but angry at how much she cares. Sometimes a woman pulls away not because she stopped caring, but because she cares too much. She's not ignoring you because you hurt her. She's ignoring you because she's mad at herself for letting you in so deeply. She told herself she wouldn't fall this time. She promised to stay guarded, but you broke her walls, not by force, but by simply being someone she trusted too quickly. Now she's scared, not of you, but of what you make her feel. You see, when love becomes too intense for someone who's been hurt before, they don't run toward it. They run away. Because it's not just about you. It's about her old wounds, echoing inside her when she feels vulnerable again. So when she ignores you during this phase, don't assume she's over you. Don't assume she's playing games. She's just overwhelmed. And what she really needs is not control, but compassion. The man who stays patient during her silence, not by chasing, but by understanding. That's the man she'll cry for when no one is watching. Because sometimes loving deeply makes her afraid of losing herself again. But here's something even more confusing. Sometimes her silence is not fear, not pain, but control. Because the deepest form of power is to say nothing at all. Not all silence comes from pain. Some silence is power. She's not ignoring you because she's hurt. She's quiet because she knows silence drives you insane. You keep wondering, did I do something wrong? Why isn't she replying? Is she done with me? But the truth is, she knows what she's doing. She's creating space to see how much you'll chase, how much you'll crave her voice again. Silence, for some women, is a strategic move. It's how she reclaims control without saying a single word. She knows that while you're obsessing, she becomes more mysterious, more powerful, and you become more desperate. Now here's the catch. This silence is not to hurt you. It's to test your emotional strength. If you react with anger, panic, or neediness, you fail her silent challenge. But if you stay calm, detached, yet confident, you become the one she can't ignore anymore. The silence she uses isn't always about emotion. Sometimes it's about position. It's her way of watching from above while you're drowning in thought. But what happens when you no longer chase her silence? When her power move meets your peace. That's when the game shifts. Because nothing frightens a woman more than a man who doesn't flinch anymore. She thought silence would keep you close. She thought distance would make you chase. But now, you're no longer playing that game. At first, she was calm. Let him miss me, she said. Let him come back begging. But day by day, your silence grows deeper. You're not texting. You're not watching her stories. You're not trying. And suddenly, she panics. You flip the script. Now she's the one overthinking. She rereads your old messages. She checks when you were last online. She wonders if you've moved on, if you found someone better. This time, the silence is hers. But the consequences are not what she expected. She wanted power, but now she feels powerless. Because for the first time, you're not the same man who used to chase her. When you stop reacting, you stop feeding her control. And that terrifies her more than any argument ever could. You've become mystery, You become strength. You've become unreachable. But here's what's even more powerful. You didn't disappear to make her chase. You grew to no longer need the game. And now, she's watching you, but you're not even looking. That is when her heart starts screaming, what her mouth never could. She's watching you now, not because she wants power, but because she's quietly hoping you'll notice her again. She picks up her phone, types a message, then deletes it. Again and again, she stalks your social media, wonders if you're happy, wonders if you still think about her at night. But she won't say a word, because now she's afraid of your silence. The tables have turned. You used to overthink. You used to wait for her replies. Now she's the one waiting, and silence is all she gets. She wants to break it, but her ego, her pride, her fear of rejection all keep her quiet. She plays your favorite song, remembers your voice. You'll laugh, the way you looked at her, when you still believed in forever. But it's too late to say, I miss you. Too late to say, I'm sorry. So she says, nothing. Brother, when a woman loves you and loses you, she won't always beg to get you back. Instead, she suffers in silence, hoping life will fix what ego broke. But here's the truth. Real love doesn't vanish. It just hides behind pride. So now the question becomes, do you wait for her to break the silence? Or do you walk away for good? Because sometimes the most powerful move is not to speak, but to never turn back again. There's something terrifying about a man who has nothing left to prove, no pain to hold on to, no memory to chase, no woman to wait for. He just walks, with calm, with clarity, with complete freedom. The untouchable man is not cold. He is just done giving his warmth to those who never deserved it. He is not heartless. He's just tired of giving his heart to women who only came when it was convenient. He is not cruel. He's simply free. That silence you now carry, it speaks louder than every text she ignored. That absence you now embody, it echoes louder than every presence she took for granted. You became what she never thought you could be, unreachable. And in that silence, she panics. Remember this. Sometimes love isn't lost. It's simply outgrown. Sometimes you don't need closure. You just need a mirror to finally see who you were meant to be. The man who walked away, not because he stopped loving, but because he finally started loving himself more. So if she ever wonders why you never text back, why you stopped chasing, why you became so silent, tell her this, or maybe don't, because the man you are now doesn't explain himself. To every man listening, your silence is not weakness. Your stillness is not surrender. It's strength. It's evolution. It's who you were always meant to be.